we had 55% approval, which is a strong approval rating, and we are so thankful to the community. And to be able to see the kids the next day after they learned that it was successful was just amazing. They were full of energy and so excited. So we're very appreciative of the community.
But now there's hard work to do.
There's been a lot of work. And so like the very next day we start getting phone calls like, hey, have you started breaking ground? When are you going to start building? We're like, whoa, we've got to get financing in place. We've got to now take what were these conceptual ideas and review them, make sure it's really what we want to do. And then most importantly, add the engineering piece to understand, okay, how do you build that building? And then how much does it really cost? Throughout the process, we always talked about we were basing our cost on square footage as a general estimate. And so now we have that dollar figure. That dollar figure hasn't changed. Now we need to make sure the building fits that dollar figure. This is really old. This goes back probably 4 years, or actually goes all the way back to the district's inception, but the idea of having the elementary school here along Route 62. Well, when you start looking at traffic study, safety and everything else, we'd have to widen Route 62 and add some turn lanes, which is very expensive. And also just general safety, the decision a few years ago was to move that to the back of the property. And then our voters would be, so we have this idea of it's back in the back. And that's going to stay. We have solidified that, and that's the case there. But you also look at, okay, what is our general layout? We had a community committee that went and looked at different buildings, really kind of liked how this building felt. And so this was the conceptual building design. Well, we haven't strayed from this conceptual design, but now have applied to, okay, when we go to build this, does it meet our needs? We've been meeting with teachers, even talking with students as well, but a lot of meeting with teachers to figure out what do we want in the new building and how do we exactly want it laid out. This design was from 4 years ago. Things shift a little bit. So again, haven't strayed majorly from this, but made shifts, and primarily they've been economic shifts. So when you look at, here's the ideas and the general plans, then you add the engineering piece to it and find out, hey, we can save a few dollars if we change this, or we can, for example, this building has a lot of exterior walls that jut in and out. In where we are right now in the plan process is getting rid of some of those jugs in and out. Mm-hmm. So it's a cheaper construction by having straight walls. So fine-tuning the plan to meet our economics is what we're working through right now. Getting a new building is a huge accomplishment for the district, and it's much bigger than just one person. We had a group of Levy parents who worked so hard, but also just the staff and our administrative team and Board of Education. So this is a huge mark and something, the community is still talking about when the high school was built in 1996 and when the original high school was built when the building was consolidated. So yeah, this is huge for the district and definitely will position us well for the future. It's definitely a lot of work. We've got a big team with Robertson Construction and Leggett Architects, as well as JBA Architects, Jobs Henderson, so a lot of different consultants. We have a large core construction team meeting every other Tuesday, and so they last about 3 hours. And that was not a meeting that was on my schedule a year ago, nor the treasurer's schedule or the board president's schedule. So there's a lot of work that goes into making sure we do this right. We owe it to the community to make sure it's done right.